Hi. So I have been receiving a lot of messages asking me as to when will the hiring season start for new teacher applicants here in Uzbekistan. So the new academic year will start September 2026. So a month or 2 months before that, they will start hiring. So somewhere in July, but definitely in August. So what are the things that you need to prepare? Okay. Number one is that you need to understand the process, how it goes here. Of course, you need to like send your application first. When I say application, it's asking for your resume or your curriculum vitae. Okay, so in your resume, highlight on the skills because the ministry here is after your skills. Like, what can you contribute other than your highest educational attainment, of course? Do you need to be an education graduate? No. So even if you are not an education graduate, it's okay for as long as you can teach English and you can show certificates that you can teach English. And let's discuss about that later. Okay, so once you click on the link, you provide all your informations, and then at the end, it will ask for attachments like teaching certificates and resume. Once the ministry will check your documents and they see that you are a potential candidate for the position, they will reply to your email and then we'll set a schedule for you for an interview. Once you pass the interview, that is when the visa process will commence. So what are the things that they will be asking? Number one, you should have a valid passport. When I say valid passport, 6 months validity, okay? It shouldn't be like your passport will expire 3 months from now. No. So that's invalid. So valid passport, 6 months at least. Okay. And secondly, you need to obtain your school records, like your transcript of records or your diploma. Third, your teaching certificate. So if you are an education graduate and you are already a licensed professional teacher, get your PRC ID or your certificate of passing from PRC, have it apostilled, the same with TOR, have it apostilled as well to make it legal, okay, or to be considered as legal documents. And if you are a non-education graduate, or even if you are an education graduate with a license to teach, you still need to obtain TESOL, TEFL, or CELTA. Or if you have IELTS, better, okay? So, uh, passport, uh, school records, teaching certificate like PRC. And if you are a non-education graduate, or even if you're an education graduate, you also need to have your English certification like TESOL, TEFL, CELTA, or IELTS. Next is NBI clearance or police clearance. It's up to you, whichever you prefer to to get. Me, I obtained police clearance because it's easier and I think it's cheaper as well. Okay. Next is your certificate of employment. So if you already have experience teaching, then you need to obtain your certificate of employment or the COE, so we call. And lastly is that they will be asking for your reference letters, at least three. So you need to indicate there people who can vouch for your personality, like how good you are as a person and how's your work ethics. So all those things you need to have. So is it a must for you to obtain your passport first, the certificates before you apply? I would say yes. I would say yes, because this is what will happen. Once you pass the interview, they ask for the documents, visa processing starts right away. And if you have all of these documents, so your visa, uh, you can expect for it to be processed as early as possible because you have all the documents already. Okay. And once you have the visa, you can schedule for a flight going to Uzbekistan, coming here. And voila, you are now an education ambassador for Uzbekistan as a foreign language teacher. As simple as that. Okay? I hope everything is easy to understand. I hope the process was comprehensible. Any questions, you can just let me know in the comment section.